Greetings of the day learners in the subject of integrated marketing communication and brand management, which is the marketing specialization paper number 3. In earlier lecture, we have seen various facets of integrated marketing communication, and now from the lecture number 20, we are discussing the another part of the subject, which is the brand management. In earlier lecture, we have seen the meaning of brand and we have discussed the scope of the brand in detail. In today's lecture, the topic which is covered under this lecture is brand management. We will get a conceptual clarity about what is brand management. So let's just get started. In marketing, brand management is a series of techniques used to increase the perceived value of the product or the services. So effective brand management builds a loyal customer through positive brand association, and that they will be having a positive effect on your bottom line. So why is brand management so important? So in a world where customers make decision on the brand in the blink of an eye, companies must be prepared to wield influence over the public's view of them. So, in fact, many businesses will succeed or fail based solely on their ability to successfully market their brand. So, brand management is a function of marketing that makes use of strategies and techniques to analyze and plan how the brand is perceived in the market. It aims to increase the overall perceived value of the brand in the long run, and it will build a loyal customer base through positive brand association. So the process of maintaining or the improving and upholding a particular brand so that the name which is associated will be uh, giving you the positive results. So brand management involves a number of important aspects such as the cost or the customer satisfaction, in-store presentation and competition. Brand management is built on marketing foundation, but it focuses directly on the brand and how the brand can remain favorable to the customer. So proper brand management uh, can result in higher sales of not only one product but on others too. When when the other products which are associated with your brand, that will you can target those products with the help of brand management. For example, if suppose if a customer loves the Pillsbury biscuits and trusts the brand, he or she is more likely to try other products which are offered by the same company, such as chocolate chip cookies. So this is the same thing in brand management. Not only the product, but entire product line can be um, can create or can create a space in customers' mind, and that will help you in monitor benefits also and non-monitor benefits also. So what will be the various components which comes under the brand management? So we have various components like customer service or the company name or the strong impression in the customer's mind, which comes under the brand management. So again, brand management manages the product benefits or the price or the value propositions. Herein, we can focus on various taglines or the logos or the jingles which help you to create a brand, and ultimately that will help you to sell your products in more convenient way. So what is the importance of brand management? So the main aim of brand management is to build and measure and to ensure the control brand equity. So making a brand to have its own value, which when associated with the product will increase its overall value. Like I said, like in both monetarily and non-monetary also. So in this era of extensive competition where different companies sell almost similar products, brand is what makes a difference. So it helps in positioning the offering in a unique way that provides company with marketplace advantage and boosts the value of the product. So creating a brand out of the product not only personifies it, but it also creates an experience which stays in the mind of the customers. So they recall the experience whenever provided with certain triggers related to the product, niche or the product usage. So creating such an experience around the product not only helps in increasing the sales of the product, but also help in extending the product line in the future. Brand management is the application of marketing technique to a specific product or the product line or the particular brand. It seeks to increase the product perceived value to the customer, and thereby it will increase the brand franchisee and the brand equity also. So marketers sees a brand as an implied promise that the level of quality people have come to expect from a brand will continue with the future purchase of the same product. So this may uh, increase the sale by making a comparison with competing products more favorable. It may also enable the manufacturer to charge more for the products which they are offering to the customer. It may also, the value of brand will be determined by the amount of profit it generates for the manufacturer. So it will give the value of brand also. So brand management is precisely defined as the application of marketing techniques to specific products or the product line represented by a particular brand. So brand management seeks to increase the product's perceived value to the customer, and thereby it will increase the brand equity. Brand management begins with having a thorough knowledge of the term called brand. It includes developing a promise or making that promise and the maintaining the promise of whatever the attributes or the attributes of brand equity you are offering to the customers. It means defining the brand, positioning the brand, and delivering the brand. Brand management is nothing but an art of creating and sustaining the particular brand. Branding makes customer committed to the business, and that should be keep in mind when you go through the brand management stuff. So brand management includes managing the tangible and the intangible characteristics of the brand. So suppose in case of product brand, the tangible characteristics will be the price or the packaging or the product itself, right? While in case of the services, the tangible attributes will be intangible attributes will be like customers experiences or the emotional connection with the particular product and the services. So these are the various components which comes under umbrella of brand management, which we as a marketing student we are going to thoroughly getting the understanding of each and everything in upcoming lectures. But right now, brand management is nothing but it is the application of marketing technique over a specific product or the brand to uh, define that brand or to positioning that brand or the delivering that brand in very positive manner in customers mind. Now we are moving further with the functions of brand management. So brand management basically it forms as a subset of marketing management. So it deals with overall brand development right from the birth of the brand until the time it ceases or ceases to exist. So the functions of brand management includes are limited to the branding such as like first thing first it will include the defining the ideal target market. So in brand management you have to define what kind of market will work for your brand or what kind of market will work for your product. It will brand management will help you to understand what motivates customer to choose one product over the others. It will help you to positioning the brand in the same doorway. So this kind of study this kind of question will be answered with the help of brand management. The next function we have is in brand management, developing an ideal brand message which will resonate both with the needs of the target market as well as with the value proposition of the offering. So it will talk about both of the aspect, and you have to create that message with the help in the brand management. Next we have is communicating the brand promise to the customers by making use of almost every possible touch point. So herein we are referring to the various media which can help customer to create a position in their mind about a brand promise. Now, next function we have is making the efforts to build brand equity and measure it from time to time. So we will get into making an efforts in brand management to build a particular brand equity, and ultimately that will help you to communicate betterly or efficiently with the customers. Next function we have is managing the brand architecture and making sure sub brand structure. So we are going to make the architecture in the brand management. We are going to make sure that all the structural what policies or structural communication will be aligning with your objective. Next function you have is building the brand identity and making sure that it will align with your brand image. So brand identity and brand image in the market should be aligned, and that kind of communication and that kind of activities you have to build in the brand management. Next we have is handling brand communication in the market. What kind of brand communication your customers are getting about particular brand, that should be handled, that should be controlled in brand management. Next function is anticipating or accommodating a new brand identity needs. That can be happen when you regularly evaluating your brand equity. So that can be judged in lesser time. When you anticipate and accommodate new brand identity needs, it will help you to keep yourself updated with the market trends. Now, the main thing which brand management does is it enhances the value for the brand. So in brand management, companies develop various strategy that will help them to increase the value of the brand. So this will require not only the management of intangible elements, but it will also needed in tangible elements of the brand. So taken up intangible elements includes both the experience of the brand and how consumer the perceives it. So brand management oversees both of these elements. So what is good brand management? So good brand management requires extensive knowledge of the brand's target audiences. You have to understand the consumer behavior and how the people perceive the brand of yours. Next, you have to make sure that you have to understand the brand's competition. You have to provide the consistent brand ideas in the management system. You have to develop and you have to maintain a good relationship with the consumer, and that will ultimately help you with the good or efficient, effective brand management. Here I have to put an example of brand which dominates the entire market, which is the Google. So millions of people uh, worldwide uh, says this term that okay, okay, suppose I didn't get the meaning of particular thing, then okay, that is fine, I will Google that term. So this I will Google that term itself talk about efficient brand management. So people use Google's brand name instead of the word search. So I will search that term. So oftenly people say I will Google that word. So this is the efficient example of brand management. So, uh, if you see the thing that search is one of the main services that Google provides, but people didn't think about that, right? So that is there is one more example of branding, that is, if we suppose we have to make a copy of particular what document, so we said that I will get Xerox of it. So students, Xerox is not a particular term you have to use there. Xerox is a company who uses the printer of who makes the printer of printing that document. So we have to photocopy that document. So photocopy, nobody uses that word now. Most of the people don't use the photocopy. They say I will Xerox this document. So Xerox, that is also another efficient brand management term. So when we see the various facets and aspects of brand management, what we can conclude that, so conclude that your brand is just not the product or the service itself. Its reach is much farther than the something tangible that is in most of the cases which is offered by the other companies. So brand also embraces your organizational core values, and it extends to various relationship and the interaction you have with the customers or the suppliers or the employees and the other stakeholders. So put it in another way, your brand image is your company's mark of distinction. Brand management can play a significant part in maintaining your reputation, and it will ensuring people experiences it in a way which you have intended for them. So, brand management is a vital to the success of every organization. Such and smart companies knows that strong brands are not built by the marketing alone. They have to require every employee to play a particular role. So while each brand management strategy is different in terms of resources and execution, but the goal of every brand management strategy is the same, which is to build a brand which is distinct and profitable to the organization. So that's it for today's lecture. Until next lecture, stay tuned and please subscribe to the channel of GS College of Commerce Valdai e-learning. Thank you.